So the only turn-based RPGs I've played up to this point have been A, Pokémon, and B, Paper Mario. But then I decided to go medieval on my ass. I ended off 2019 with this gem and am still completing the main quest at this, the dawn of 2020. I know how to finish and start a year off with a bang, that's for sure. And I'm not talking about Puff Puff. This is one of those games that I take to a Holiday Inn and get all slimy with.
Slime, for those pining for Puff Puff.
This has become one of the best games I might have ever played. I love the world, I love each story a new level or location brings, and I love the charm and humor. Its overarching story is another save the world scenario, but the journey I'm on is really too good to put down. Now, another reason I probably love this game so much is because it's fairly user-friendly. It's like a tad more difficult than Pokemon or Paper Mario. The game really isn't all that hard. I mean, beyond the turn-based combat, you can also gradually upgrade your character with skills via this Catan-like system, and periodically, members of your party will become pepped up, which means once you and at least one other character become blue during your battle, you can choose from more powerful spells and abilities from your pep list. I personally become pepped up when I see any new creature to battle. There's been several moments where this game really reminds me of Pokemon. I just wish you could actually capture some of these things though. Like, there's so many punny ones, just like their Pokemon counterparts. Like, this leafy Lampling kinda looks like an Alola Lampent, and this one's Hornite, and it kinda looks like if Corviknight and Beedrill had a spawn, and this one's Platypunk, and it kinda looks like when Psyduck has his body changing and he's found liberation through new old music, like, you know, the Sex Pistols. But my favorite is the Lump Wizard. Just look at this cutie. Look at this cutie on the screen right now. You can just cuddle him up. This guy could have very well made the Pokemon Company a lot more moolah than their current mascot. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Blue. And he could evolve into this gif I found, like Charizard. I'm sorry, I just have this weird thing for Lump Wizards. They're trying to make tumors and double chins adorable. Trust me, next holiday season, the kids will all be asking for bipedal double chins. In actuality, if a kid's gonna ask for anything from this game for Christmas, it's probably gonna be a fun-size forge. In the game, any materials and ingredients you gather can be plopped into this portable mini forge to make new weapons and equipment. Nothing screams Merry Christmas quite like homemade weaponry you've forged with your own two hands, or your first victim that had the privilege of dying from them. You know, we didn't have fun-size forges per se, but we did have these creepy crawler ovens. Couldn't make great swords, but you could make a great radioactive-looking tarantula. I don't recommend eating it. Now, the places you can explore in this game are just as weird and as awesome as the people and creatures who inhabit them. Thus far, they've mainly been a collection of real-world locations, but with some odd quirks. They've got this Japanese-inspired hot spring village called Hato, where everyone must speak in haiku. And for the record, Hato means feeling relieved, if you're Japanese. Yeah, that's fine. They've got Gondolia, which, look at this, and tell me you don't want to make your way down to Venice and take a cruise down the Grand Canal. And I've also spent time in a place called Honolulu that is very, very close-minded about interspecies relationships. Like, I don't get it, mermaids are lovely. As long as a creature is half human, I don't see the problem. Like a centaur, probably very well hung. So as I've mentioned, I've been to locales based on many real-world locations, Japan, Venice, Honolulu. There's also been some Egypt and France-inspired destinations. Basically, if you've never been through Epcot's World Showcase, just play this game. But you know what? It's the people who make a place what it is. And every location I've been to in this game, there's at least one BDSM-loving mother effer who is not afraid to make their king look classy. I've been to several sexy time stores and I just can't seem to find that mask to pull together an outfit. Look, I just want to start my 6th semester of film school off right. What kind of films am I making, you ask? Other than the all-burlesque football team, you'll also come across these tockles everywhere you go. They live in a place called Tickington, and every time you find a tockle, they give you a password, which unlocks arenas from past Dragon Quest games for you to save. If you hadn't already guessed it, tockles are these beings that try to make sure that time and history doesn't get all screwed up. You know, kind of like the White Rabbit and Doc Brown before them. They too seem a bit eccentric. The Tickington side quests are really cool because they're also in the style of a Super Nintendo game. Definitely fits the back in time aesthetic. Also, keep in mind that Tickington can only be found in the Nintendo Switch version of Dragon Quest XI. So if you bought the game on the PS4 when it first came out, you should have had a little bit more patience. Should have had saving more time.
Get in or get out, Nintendo power!
I'm not a Nintendo fanboy, you are. This game, it's like a gateway RPG. It makes me more confident that in the future, I could snort some Octopath Traveler or inject some Final Fantasy into my veins. Square Enix makes it okay to do RPGs. Like, if you OD every once in a while, or every day, on Dragon Quest like I do, then don't worry, because they have their own rehabilitation pavilion for gamers. And it'll get you back to casting like Zap, Crackle, Puff! Okay, so does Square Enix just get their spell names from, like, Kellogg's? Okay, but seriously, this game is just pure joy. It's got some fairly hefty drama mixed with a lot of its humor that weaves some really great narratives, and if you don't get addicted to that, you'll definitely become hooked to the battles and cast of characters you'll come across in each town. And with that, like, sub, necessities for YouTube, internet haiku,